Welcome to Whiteouts. I'm Aaron White. This week I'll have a look back at last Thursday's Morrinsville race night at Cambridge Raceway. Then I'll go through my selections for this Friday's second tropical night at Alexandra Park. At the end of the podcast, I'll have a look at this week's text around. Enjoy! Christmas at the Races is one of the most popular events each year at Alexandra Park. If you're looking for a fantastic and easy to organise Christmas party with delicious food, stunning decor and entertainment, then look no further. Packages start from just $70 per person for one of our nights throughout the 16th of November to the 22nd of December. Head to alexandrapark.co.nz for further information and bookings for Christmas at the Races. Join in the fun and race a horse with Cambridge trainer Anna Donnelly. Wildest Dreams a filly by outstanding sire Mark III from Group 1 Queen of Hearts winner Wait for No One. Or Lanais, a filly by super sire Better's Delight out of 8 race winning mare Sadlicker Macy. 5% lease shares are available in both fillies for an initial upfront payment of $300 and then $125 per month thereafter. One share can be split between two people. You can also take more than one share if you wish. You could be at Alexandra Park joining in the fun at a small cost. Contact Anna Donnelly now 027 568 4088. Let's start by heading back to last Thursday's Morrinsville night at Cambridge Raceway. The feature pace on the card was race 6, the Paul Steiner Contracting Mobile Pace. Rain Man and American Ideal gelding was resuming for Pukekohe trainer Stephen Reid and backed up some handy workout form with a convincing fresh victory in the hands of the Chief David Butcher. One of 3 successes for David on the program. Once Rain Man secured the ascendancy, he got away with gentle sectionals and made his opponents pay in the final 400 metres. He paced the 2200 metres in a 2:3.3 mile rate, coming home in 59.9 and 28 seconds for the last 400. Runner-up was a Chris Webber trained and Peter Ferguson driven Fleeting Grin, and third was Arden Voyager for trainer Barry Purdon and driver Zachary Butcher. The feature trot was the Russell Curtin Memorial Handicap, a race named after the last president of the Morrinsville Trotting Club prior to the Waikato Bay of Plenty amalgamation. Russell was a stalwart of the Scott Reserve Training Centre. The race was taken emphatically by BK Superstar with David Butcher in the sulky, a Majestic Sun mare prepared by Craig and Tony Jamison. It was BK Superstar's first win in 18 months and third overall career success. BK Superstar led all the way and cruised away to score by 2 3/4 lengths in a 2:5.8 mile rate for the 2200 metre journey, with the last 800 metres in 60.5 and the last 400 metres in 30 seconds neat. Second was Harry H, who put up a game run in a fresh condition in the hands of Peter Ferguson for local trainer Nicky Chilcott, and third was a super consistent O'Halpo square-gated Jomo for trainer-driver John Robinson. The first of David Butcher's wins came with the Better's Delight filly Gibson Girl trained by Steve Telfer. She was extremely impressive, scoring over the 2200 metres in a 2:08 mile rate, home in 59 and 29.4. Gibson Girl was having her first start at Cambridge Raceway after winning well at Alexandra Park back on the 28th of September. She drew badly on the outside of the second row in a full field. She wanted to go faster with a lap and a quarter to go, but the Chief kept her at the rear of the field and waited for that last run at her rivals, and she produced a sharp sprint from the 400 metres, 5 6/4 up the track to claim a very nice win. Gibson Girl's stablemate, the Lone Ranger, returned to the winner's circle for his loyal supporters after a 20-month absence. He claimed the junior drivers' event on the night with Benjamin Butcher in the sulky. The son of sports writer secured his third career victory in a 1:59.6 mile rate for the 2700 metre trip, covering the last 800 metres in 57.6 and the final 400 metres in 28.8. Granado won the first trot on the program, aided by a lovely Salish Abernathy drive. The Pegasus Spur gelding prepared at Papakura by J. Abernathy has now won his last 2 attempts over the 2 1/4 lap 2200 metre journey at Cambridge. He trotted a 2:07.2 mile rate. American Ideal mare Mrs. Zippy in the hands of trainer and driver Adrian Matthews followed the markers to win the 9th on the Brogden Horse Transport passing lane and paced the 1700 metres in a 1:57.8 mile rate. It was Mrs. Zippy's second career win. Teenage Sundon trotting mare above the rest produced her 5th career victory by 7 1/4 lengths in a 2:07.4 mile rate for the 2200 metres with Scott Phelan in the cart for Harwater trainer Willie Fleming. Aha Reaction, a son of Auckland Reactor, created a good impression with his maiden victory after sitting 3 wide for the last 1,200 metres of the 2,200 metre trip in a 1:59.3 mile rate. He was driven by Maurice McKendry for trainer Robert Dunn. She's Parker gave trainer Glenn Harwood his first win since January 2015 and broke her maiden status nicely after box seating throughout and finishing strongly up the Brogden Horse Transport passing lane for driver Joshua Dickey. The Better's Delight filly covered the 2,200 metre trip in a 1:59.2 mile rate. She's Parker had 2 solid placings to open her career prior to Thursday's success, so certainly one to follow out of the night. It was a welcome return to the racetrack for Alicia Harrison too after her absence through injury. She reigned home woman in league to open Morrinsville night in a 1:59 mile rate for 2,200 metres. The changeover mare is owned by Alicia herself and trained by Anna Donnelly. Driver of the night was David Butcher with 3 victories, trainer of the night Steve Telfer with a brace of wins, and American Ideal topped the sires with his progeny claiming 2 races. My black book is for Morrinsville night. Well, it's a couple of Nikki Chilcott trained runners, Ellie May and Jack Tarr. I thought 2 very good efforts in defeat on the program, and they won't be too long before they're heading back into the winner's circle on the evidence from last Thursday night. If you've been wondering where the party is, become a member of the North Island Harness Owners Association and you'll be able to find out. As a member, you're eligible for the North Island Owner of the Month award. Any member who owns or part owns a winning horse at Alexandra Park, Cambridge or Manawatu goes into the draw for a dinner for 4 at any of the participating venues. Syndicate members and southerners who race horses in the North Island are all welcome to join. There is also an annual major prize draw and social events throughout the year. Membership is only $20 per person. For further information and membership forms, send an email to nihoaqueries@gmail.com. Why not become a member of the North Island Harness Owners Association today? Right, it's time to have a look at Friday night's selections for the Auckland Trotting Club meeting at Alexandra Park. Tropical night at the top of the park, a 10-race program, with the first getting underway at 9 minutes to 6 o'clock. TAB doubles get underway on races 1, 3, 5, 7 and 9. 3 TAB trebles in operation starting on races 1, 4 and 8. The 2 quaddies, the first quaddie gets underway race 2. Now just note there is a $25,000 guaranteed quaddie which will start on race number 7 at 19 minutes to 9. There's $25,000 guaranteed in the Fast Track Insurance Pick 6 starting on race number 5 at 19 minutes to 8. And that's where the Place 6 competition will also begin. The opening event is over the 2,200 metres, set aside for the Square Gators. 11 I'm Just Awesome. I thought its resuming 4th was good, albeit back on the 14th of September, so has been given a freshen up by trainer and driver James Stormont. Put in the 5, That Girl Trouble, now in the care of Brent Mangos, brings handy enough form from the South Island to be a threat in its first North Island run. 12 Saint Michelle, a good effort when runner-up and behind is Free as Air a fortnight ago, can certainly go one better. And Cyclone S. Adams should have taken good improvement out of its debut run 2 weeks back there for Todd McFarlane. 11, 5, 12 and 1 to open a double and treble. Early quaddie starts in the second. It's over the 2,700 metres. 7 Mark Brad. Well, he's just had no luck with draws this term. Tony Hurley, the trainer and driver, with the Mark 3 gelding, albeit drawn barrier 7 on Friday night. I think the 2 3/4 laps of the 2,700 metres will suit this 4-year-old down to the ground. So he's going to be a big player in the second. One, the Persuader, comes up with a nice draw. Andre Potama up for Tim Vince. Put in the 10, Liberal Arden, first run in the North Island, a tidy enough second at Cambridge last Thursday night. Will only be improved on that. We'll put in the 8, Gotta Be a Rose. She has been mixing her form, the Sir Lincoln mare. It was a nice third back on the 28th of September. That was in behind Benson Boys. 7, 1, 10 and 8 in the second. Now the second's where my long shot of the night comes up to, and that is Capital Plan. Last time over 2,700 metres was at Cambridge back in early October. It was in behind Red Terror. Worked home okay, beaten just on 4 lengths. With a handy enough draw and a moderate field, could certainly bolster those combination dividends. Capital Plan in the second. The third on the card is set aside for the Square Gators over the 2,700 metres with 10 Agostini. Wasn't he super impressive, returning 2 weeks ago? Won by 4.5. He could have won by 10. Peter and Vaughan Blanchard, the trainers of the Son of Majestic Sun. and he's a big chance to go back to back. Manners will be the key again with him though. Number 12 Angus Burger didn't fire up last time. A good string of placings prior to that for QMU Kenny Sifont. The 3 Phoebe Imperial, a nice son of Imperial Count, makes his return to the races for Cambridge trainer Nikki Chilcott, and we'll put in the 9 Alta Venetia. She's been runner-up in her past too. 10 to beat 12, 3 and 9. Race 4 opens the middle treble over the 2,700 metres on the cards. Well, he steps back from the Spring Cup in behind Northview Hustler. That was his return to racing back on the 28th of September. So he's going to find this a wee bit easier, albeit drawn the outside of the arm. 7 Alta Leone, she put together very nice wins on the 21st and 28th of September. 2 weeks ago, a good fourth from a bad draw in behind Red Reactor, Kyle Marshall. Put in the 4 Rico Lover. Well, he's been beaten less than a length in all 4 of his runs to open this campaign, the son of Better's Delight. And 1 Lincoln's Girl, she should have taken good improvement from her fresh up assignment last week at Cambridge. 8 I'm going to make on the cards, one of my specials of the night. 8 to beat 7, 4 and 1. $25,000 guaranteed Fast Track Insurance pick 6, a double in place 6 to start race 5 over the 2,200 metres. Very nice maiden field again for a Friday night at Alexandra Park. With the 11 big on personality, the Better's Delight gelding at a Personality Plus put up a very good debut effort 2 weeks ago and behind the smart Eastern Bull. So it would have only taken improvement out of that, and with that natural improvement is going to be a big chance in the 5th. Number 10 Blazing River comes out of that race as well, the Courage Under Fire gelding. Expect improvement from him as well. 2 Bella Montana's been trialling up nicely. A Better's Delight filly for trainer Barry Purden. And 7 About Turn was game and defeat at Cambridge last Friday night and behind She's Pucker. And form at Alexandra Park around the changeover colt has been good. An each way prospect there. 11 to beat 10, 2 and 7 in race number 5. Race 6 over the 2,700 metres with 2, that being Eastern Bull. He was most impressive, winning 2 weeks ago. Kyle Marshall, the trainer driver, and he's a big chance to go back to back. And saying that, Benson Boys chased very hard and behind Chevron Supreme. May have got his nose in front for a stride too. Back on the 12th of October, he won very nicely at the end of September, downing Rico Lover for Barry Purden, the Art Major gelding. Put in the 3 Ideal Holiday, an American Ideal gelding, making a return for Bunty and Gareth Hughes. Certainly put up some nice races through his inaugural season of racing, and we'll put in the 6 Power Dreaming. Didn't fire last time. Very good win second behind Alta Leone 2 starts ago, and its fresh up win was good, can bounce back, an each way chance there. 2, 7, 3 and 6 in race number 6. Race 7 will start the $25,000 guaranteed quaddie and open another double. This our feature pace, the Garage New Zealand handicap pace over the 2,200 metres, and we see the awesome West Australian pacer Chicago Bull going around for the first time at Alexandra Park. He's won 39 of 60 races, and he's pocketed $1.8 million. Of course, he's New Zealand Cup bound. He was runner-up in the Victoria Cup when we last saw him. That was back on the 13th of October, and it was a good enough effort too, and behind Tiger Tara. He's 20 metres behind over the 2,200 metres for Gary Hall and the son of Better's Delight. He's going to take a bit of beating, and it's going to be great to have him on track. Jack's Legend. He was pleasing, working home nicely and behind Let's Elope and the Holmes DG back 2 weeks ago. Zachary Butcher, Barry Purden as they make their way towards the New Zealand Cup come the second Tuesday in November. He's going the right way, Jack's Legend. He's going to be a major threat to Chicago Bull. Mark Shard, early manners are going to be key for him. He's galloped in both of his standing starts. The first of those was back on the 14th of September, recovered very strongly to be second and behind Star Galleria, and then just got too far back in the Spring Cup back on the 28th of September and behind Northview Hustler. Still a good run though by Mark Shard. If he can step away from the front and be the first to the markers, he's going to give those back markers something to chase. And put in number 1 Raptors Flight. Hasn't had much luck in both the Spring Cup and the Holmes DG, but well worth putting on your Quinella trifecta and first 4 tickets. Feature race at 19 minutes to 9 o'clock. The feature trot is race 8, the Cilantro Stakes over the 2,700 metres, and what another great clash this is going to be between Temporale and Le Monde. They're both off the 50 metres over the 2 3/4 laps, and I think they'll be fighting the finish out, albeit from those long back marks. This to open the final treble. I'm with Temporale. Of course, he did secure the national trot last season, so the 2,700 metres will certainly suit him. Did take nice ground off Le Monde late over the 2,200 metres 2 weeks ago. Le Monde, runner-up to Temporale on mile night, had the better of Temporale 2 weeks back. It's going to be great to have those two horses clashing again. 7, Heavyweight Hero, great to have him back on track. The son of Muscle Mass has been performing well enough at the workouts, but just might be 1 or 2 runs short to be taking on Temporale and Le Monde. Though saying that, he's 40 metres in front of those two, and he is good enough, and we'll put in the 10, Pyramid Magic, a newcomer to the Michelle Wallace, Bernie Hackett team. And Umbro Invasion Gelding, he's won 3 of his last 5, so on his southern form, he is a threat. 11 to beat 12, great clash it's going to be at 11 minutes after 9, 7 and 10. Race 9 on the card, the Yellowbar Sire Stakes Series, heat number 1 over the 1,700 metres for the 3-year-old fillies to open the final double. I'm with 3, Chevron Supreme, the Robert Dunn trained Big Jim filly. She couldn't have been more impressive, winning her first 2 appearances to the races, and she's a great chance to remain unbeaten. In saying that, Gibson Girl's going the right way, the Better's Delight filly, and comes up with the coveted 1 draw. And she can certainly use that to its full advantage. We'll put in the 4, Corbeau, worked home well in behind Gibson Girl back on the 28th of September. Was a good second in behind Authentic on the 21st of September. She's an each-way chance, Corbeau, the Art Major filly. And 2 Cheesy Fingers is drawn wide in both of her runs this campaign. They're both being creditable for Bunty and Gareth Hughes. And she's certainly got to be put in those Quinella trifecta and first 4 bets. The last on the card, the Macmillan Equine Feed Sires Stakes, heat number 4 for the 3-year-old colts and geldings over the 1,700 metres. And here I'm with the 3 Axalare. The Auckland Reactor gelding was very good in defeat and behind Major Trojan and Bodine Weston at Cambridge in the first heat of the Macmillan Equine Feed Sires Stakes series, and he would have only taken good improvement out of that. The Wizard Todd Mitchell to do the driving for Logan Hollis and Shane Robertson. Put in the 2, Better Start Dreaming. Both runs in his career, the son of Better's Delight, have been good. Runner-up and behind Major Trojan on debut. Runner-up and behind Eastern Bull back 2 weeks ago. Put in the 6, Make Way. He was runner-up to a Red Reactor a fortnight ago. He was 4th in the first heat of this series at Cambridge. And put in the 5, Trojan Banner. Once he was clear back on the 12th of October, he found the line okay in behind Red Reactor. I'd put him in your Quinella trifecta and first 4 thoughts. 3, going to make Axalare my bet of the night in the last, number 3 to beat the 2, the 6 and the 5. So just recapping my best bets, we're having a look into a race 4 on the cards. He will certainly appreciate coming back in company, and I think he'll enjoy the 2,700 metre journey in the 4th on the card. And to the lucky last, Axalare number 3. And if you're looking for a wee bit of value, nice long shot, one for a couple of gold coins each way. Race number 2, Capital Plan. Thought its last start over 2,700 metres, which was 2 starts ago, and its form line at Cambridge was an okay run to see it a chance in a moderate field in the 2nd on the program. Good luck with your bets on Friday nights. Join in the fun and race a horse with Cambridge trainer Anna Donnelly. Wildest Dreams, a filly by Outstanding Sire Mark III from Group 1 Queen of Hearts winner Wait for No One. Or Lanais, a filly by Super Sire Better's Delight out of 8 race winning mare Sadlick and Macy. 5% lease shares are available in both fillies for an initial upfront payment of $300 and then $125 per month thereafter. 1 share can be split between 2 people. You can also take more than 1 share if you wish. You could be at Alexandra Park joining in the fun at a small cost. Contact Anna Donnelly now 027 568 4088. Christmas at the Races is one of the most popular events each year at Alexandra Park. If you're looking for a fantastic and easy to organise Christmas party with delicious food, stunning decor and entertainment, then look no further. Packages start from just $70 per person for one of our nights throughout the 16th of November to the 22nd of December. Head to alexandrapark.co.nz for further information and bookings for Christmas at the Races. This week's text round, we start with Auckland Trotting Club President Bruce Carter. He's going race 4 on the cards, all up into race 9 Chevron Supreme. Michelle Wallace, Bernie Hackett, race 3 Red Castleton. Barry Purden, race 6 Benson Boys. Logan Hollis and Shane Robertson, race 10 Axelare. Brian and Gareth Hughes, race 6 Ideal Holiday. Kyle Marshall likes Eastern Bull in race number 6. Andre Potama's in the last with Make Way. Morris McKendry, he'll stick with Chevron Supreme again in race 9. The Wizard Todd Mitchell, race 3 Red Castleton. Nicky Chilcott likes race 3 Phoebe Imperial. And sticking with the race 3 theme, Jay Abernathy with Soul Invictus, so maybe box those runners up in race number 3. Scott Phelan, well, he's not going to be driving on Friday night. He's the lucky one getting on the plane to head across to Melbourne to watch the mighty Winx go round in the Cox Plate, so Scotty Phelan's tipping Winx this week. North Island Trials and Workout caller Cameron Shaw into race 9 Chevron Supreme, and Barry Lichter from lincolnfarms.co.nz. Of course, make sure you check out the website and all the news and views on the Lincoln Farms horses with harness and thoroughbred. And Barry's with race 10 Make Way. That's all I have for you this week. Have a fantastic week of harness racing. This is Aaron White. Out.